Video number 2 introducing the new Knights of England Dash module number 2. Let's apply power again. As we saw before, we're going to be presented with a operating mode select menu. So we had a look in the earlier video at normal running mode and show mode. Let's now take a quick look at output test mode. So in output test mode, what happens is that the module cycles through each element of each display, switching it on and off. This is used obviously for diagnostic purposes, just to make sure that every element of every display is working. And in the user options, which we can set for the module, you can change the speed at which the output test mode cycles through each of the output displays. So we can speed it up or we can slow it down just by setting an option in the onboard memory. So it's going to go through each element of the display, as we've said. It's then going to check that we can vary the brightness of the overall display, and it's going to check the onboard audio tone generator by generating, here we go, I see all elements on, and now we're going into the audio tone test. It'll test that each tone can be generated, and then it will return to cycling through the output LED tests, like that. So let's power that down now, because that will just continue indefinitely, and let's now take a quick look at input test mode. So we cycle through until it shows ITS, input test, and select that mode. Now in input test mode, what we actually have here is a display of each analog input shown in hexadecimal mode. To control brightness, we can do that either from the computer or from potentiometers, pots connected to the module. In input test mode, the brightness control pots don't actually control brightness, they just vary the value here so that we can see that they're working. So if I adjust the second brightness control, this bar gauge display and this display here show the hex value being read by the analog to digital converters. This one shows the first brightness control pot. We have two brightness control pots because we can independently control the brightness of the numeric displays and these LED light bars. Down here we have three more analog inputs. This one corresponds to the fuel sender input, which we can see varies. And this one corresponds to the temperature control input. This one actually corresponds to the power supply voltage to the board. Right now we're hooked up to a constant voltage supply, so we can't see that varying. These red-green indicators are hooked up to the same connections that they are in normal running mode, so you can just see that each one of those works. And these indicators here, we actually forgot to show you those in the normal running mode video. These are used as telltale repeaters for the left and right turn signals and the high beam lights. So that is input test mode and output test mode.